Me and Pill Talk. I was gonna do this whole episode about being an alien, and I didn't know how to get into it. How to actually, because I've every week I try to examine myself and my habits and see if I'm really displaying alienistic, which I'm sure the word qualities or behaviors. From an evolutionary perspective, we have a group mentality. We want to follow the group. It's so innate in us. And I love the evolution thing because everything we do right now, we're not driving our own car for the most part. Like everything we do is going to be based on something we've evolved into doing or something we had to do. However many years ago when we were cave people to stay alive. So it used to be, we were part of a village. What was good for us was good for the village. What was good for the village was good for us. And that should be the way it is with society now. But I just don't think it is. That's why you have the left and the right, politically, freaking acting so crazy and fighting each other. They're posting online still. And what the fuck y'all doing? It's because over the course of, there was a study done over the course of 10 to 12 years, that party brainwashed you to where you're now agreeing to shit that you would never freaking agree to, policies and shit like that, because, well, the group agrees to it. I feel like I have to agree to it. It's such an innate thing in us. I was going to do this video outside, but it is so bright out there. It's been a long weekend. So be a fucking alien. Stop. We don't have to follow social etiquette and shit like that. That's always important, okay? Most social etiquette is important. Respect, shit like that is important. But we don't have to go the way society is going right now. And I feel that 100%. I am doing everything I can. I'm trying to fucking pick apart parts of me that I could change a little bit so that I'm not. We all have a preconceived notion about how we're supposed to be, and that most of the time that's taught to us by somebody. Because people get uncomfortable. And this is another thing. If you want to be an alien and people are going to stop understanding you. And I just keep saying being an alien without really explaining that, I guess. So let's explain it. Do the weird thing. If you feel say the weird thing. Do you realize if you walk up to somebody and you say something weird, okay, probably 95% of the time they're going to tell you fuck off. But the 5%, you're going to make them feel comfortable into being themselves back with you. All right? Our nervous systems co-regulate with each other. So you walk up, there's a saying where you can walk up to somebody, and if you have anxiety, you're like, man, like I got anxiety about this person. They're going to pick up on your anxiety. They're going to get anxiety. It's going to bounce back at you. And it's like a confirmation bias. You just told yourself, well, there was a reason I need to have anxiety here. So, where was I going? Because I got all hyped up. So, all right, these filters on Facebook, all right? Part of that. There's a preconceived notion of beauty now that everyone is trying to follow, and it's thanks to social media. All right, so now women believe they need to follow this preconceived notion of beauty that is set by whatever celebrity, whatever people you're looking at, and so they're filtering their faces. And then that's got to cause some sort of a split. Like, that's not you, but this is who you're portraying. It's got to be a split. I've noticed that. So I've noticed that with myself, right? If I believe a certain thing, and I've got this whole code thing that I want to live by because I believe men need to have a code they live by. But I am not exactly following that in certain circumstances. It's going to create a split and it's going to give me anxiety. I talked to a woman the other day. I won't say these details or whatever. I was just talking to her, trying to cheer her up about her anxiety and stuff. But I realized what she believes in, she is not actually acting. And it's causing this split, and it's going to give you freaking anxiety. So I can't say this enough, be authentic, okay? Be weird. Say the weird fucking thing, all right? I still got to work on some things. There are some things that I need to work on that I have noticed that I'll probably talk on a future episode that I have noticed about myself that I need to fucking man the fuck up and change. You got the fight, flight, or freeze A lot of times when it comes to dating and stuff like that, I just freeze. I mean, it's good probably that I don't just run. I can't run much anyways. I'm an amputee. So at one time I got drunk and I tried to run across the house over and over when I first got my leg, and I just, oh my God, it's just horrible. I look like a retard. So anyways, be a fucking alien. Be authentic. Say the weird thing. Do the weird thing as long as it's respectful and as long as you keep some kind of social etiquette about you. Just do it. Quit trying to put on a fucking filter between you and the rest of the damn world. That's just your ego. And it's just to protect you from getting hurt. And the problem with that, being authentic, is if you're going to be completely authentic with the world and you get rejected, you're getting rejected for your authentic self. Which sucks. Because then that's really you getting turned down, not that filter in between you and the world. But keep getting rejected for your authentic self. Maybe 90% of people are going to reject you. That 10% that are going to accept you, they accept you for who the fuck you are. If you're in a relationship, be yourself. Bleed. Open up. Be authentic. Who wants to be loved for whatever they're fucking portraying? And it goes the same way. If you're going to put somebody on a pedestal in a relationship, it's the same fucking thing. You're putting them under so much pressure. It's just not going to work out. So be authentic, be weird. People are going to... It's the same thing as like the self-improvement stuff. Actually, there's a lot of freaking competition in which I don't understand. Everyone wants to be like, oh, I'm more self-improved than you, or I'm doing... Which is just seems like the opposite of it. But you're going to run into people who are not comfortable with you, and they're going to try to put you back into whatever box they believe you should be in to make themselves feel comfortable. And you're going to run into that and just drop those people, man. Because the right people are going to accept you for who you are, and they're going to celebrate whatever growth you're going through or whatever weirdness you are. They're going to actually resonate with that, and they will celebrate that with you. So I think that's all I had to say. I just got back from the gym. I got to do laundry. It's my only day off this week, so I got to do laundry. Try to take my leg off, kick my stump up. I got some stuff I need to work on that I am kind of picking apart. I try not to overthink it, but I am pretty hard on myself. So I am working on some stuff on my end. I hope everybody takes a real good look at themselves and figures out they can work on some stuff on their end. Once again, I say this every once in a while. If you're dealing with addiction or you have a hard time finding yourself out of a dark spot, reach out. There are people who care. All right, there are those of us who've been in a dark spot that didn't have any help climbing out of it. And the last thing some of us want to see is somebody have to go through what we went through. So y'all have a good day. Have a good Sunday. This is completely unscripted because I realize I'm writing down in my notebook about like these random thoughts I have at 2 a.m. But when I write stuff down and I got to look at a notebook, I act like I'm like some news anchor reading a script. So it's just weird. I got to find some kind of balance between completely unscripted and just babbling my ass off and having a script and being able to put thoughts in a more conventional manner. So y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend. I'm going to kick my stump up here in about an hour and a half after I do laundry and put my food away.